Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Okay, let me see who's here. Mary H., thank you for being first. Leslie F., Sharon Chung, Hidley Joseph, Lydia Washington, Lady Bird, FC, Legs, and a host of friends and others. Okay. Let's see. Brown Girl 48, member for 21 months. Oh, 21 months. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. All right, let's get into it, shall we? All right. Now, my guesstimate is we'll be out of here in about an hour. No, really, about an hour. No longer than that. If that. If that. Okay. Mm. Hello, Judy Matasset, B. Thomas, Vanessa Jones, Tanya Benton, Church Nelly, Love Wins Movement. Okay. Uh, wait, where's a? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Slide is up. Good to go. Um, well, what do you know? The Mirror faces £2 million in legal costs over Prince Harry's phone hacking. King Charles III and Kate leave hospital. I'm learning hospital on the same day. Wait a minute, not on the same day, but on same day. Let's see, plus whatever else I have. So let's get into it, shall we? So, Mirror faces £2 million in legal costs over Prince Harry's phone hacking. Um, so that is the legal cost. And remember, if you lose, then you're the one who has to pay that other legal cost. It doesn't come out of the winnings. I think here in the US, it comes out of the overall amount that you win, right, in court. But over there, it's the amount paid to the defendant, or is it the plaintiff, and of course, the court costs. So that's why people hate to get involved in those legal actions in the UK, is because not only could you have to pay, but you would be the one to pay. See, in the US, I hope I got that right. Anyway, the Daily Mail faces claims for almost £2 million in legal costs after Prince Harry won substantial damages in his phone hacking case against the publisher. Mr. Justice Fancourt ruled at the High Court last month that the extensive phone hacking took place at the Mirror Group newspaper from 2006 to 2011, even to some extent during the Leveson inquiry into media standards. The judge also found widespread unlawful information gathering at all three MGN titles, and that the use of private investigators was a integral part of the system. Fancourt awarded 140,600 in damages to finding that 15 out of the 33 articles examined at trial related to him were the product of the phone hacking or unlawful information gathering. Harry was one of four representative claimants whose case were heard after a generic case on behalf of a much larger group of claimants. Here we call that a what do you call it? Class action. Would that be the same as? I'm not sure, but anyway, sounds like class action to me. After Harry's success, all those who were involved in the generic claim want to recover the cost they have incurred. So generic, I guess that means, well, generic means common, right? As in not just common, but I guess it encompasses a group of, yeah, I guess generic means everybody is equal in the case or something. Anyway, the plaintiffs, of course, the claimants, if you will, were the overwhelming victors on each of the key generic issues examined by the judge, said Sherborne. These findings have clearly justified the bringing of the generic case and provided important vindication to the claimants, as well as crucial judicial findings and the important uncovering of the truth that had been concealed and lied about by the Mirror Group. In circumstances, the only just outcome is for them to be paid the cost of that exercise. And the court heard evidence relating to only 33 out of 148 articles about Harry. His claim is unfinished, and he will seek his legal fees when they have been heard. This being the case, the costs for his individual case, which are likely be substantial, are not included in the current claim. Sherborne said, although the Duke is certainly prepared to attempt to resolve the remainder of his claim through agreement, it is necessary to list the remainder of his claim as soon as is practicable. Practicable. Judge is at Malalu, KC, King's Court, I guess, for MGN told the court that the publisher made offers to settle with Harry, but the terms of the offers were confidential. And lastly, the dispute, the cost sought by the claimants of Malalu, whatever that name is, said in written argument that is that it proposed paying 35% of the successful claimant's common costs, reflecting the fact that they had only partial success on the trial. Well, anyway, that is what happened in court today. Now, ask me what that means. They're going to have to pay up the wazoo. Judy Matassa Barron, you had a short night yesterday. A short night. A short night. I'm sorry, I'm lost. What does that mean? You mean did I end the show sooner or something like that? I don't recall. But thank you so much for the super chat. A short night. I'm not sure what that means. Did I miss something? Let me see here. A short night. Okay. I'm just looking at a couple of the other comments here. Winsome Jones, hello to you too. Okay, let me continue. I am going to continue. So there's some more of it. Mirror publisher faces £2 million legal costs after Prince Harry's hacking trial. Last month, the Duke of Sussex was awarded $140,000. Wow, the legal costs compared to the amount of money that will be paid to the claimant, meaning Harry. I guess that legal cost covers the generic case itself. God, I don't know. That's the first time I've ever heard generic used in court like that. Okay. Hey, Kim Harris. Black Queen, thank you for being here. All right. So, Baron, it means you spoiled us with you spoiled us with that means you spoiled us with 5 hours, then cut off at merely 2. Oh, well, wait a minute. How long was I on yesterday? I thought I was on longer than that. I thought I was on much longer than that. It seemed like it. Let me see. Let me see. I don't recall, to be honest with you. I don't recall. So yesterday, 2 hours and 35 minutes. The day before, 2 hours, 33 minutes. The day before, 4 hours and 34 minutes. Okay. And then the day before that, it was 1 hour, 51 minutes, 3 hours, 18 minutes. You know what? I really got to cut down on the length of Royal Sussex. And then, of course, about a week ago, it was 5 hours. That was when those pictures from Jamaica popped up. Good Lord, what do I talk about for so long? I'm just looking at these times. It's insane. And 4 hours? I'm looking at a 4 hour. What was that about? 3 hours, 48 minutes. Yeah. Well, see, y'all shouldn't have said nothing because I promise you, I'm going to cut back on these. These are just way too long. I have no idea what comes out of my mouth in those hours. And the real big question is whatever's coming out of my mouth, is it possible to put it back in? You know what I'm saying? Whatever's coming out of my mouth, is it possible to put it back in? Yes, I know. Let me see. Last night was 2 hours and 35 minutes. You did a few 4 hours. Yeah, I just looked at it. Absolutely. I just looked at it. Uh yes, Judy Matassit. I just think it's practical, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, if it's something important, then of course we'll be here longer. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Moving on. So right here, respected British Jamaican writer and poet Dr. Velma McLindmont is calling on members of the Commonwealth Caribbean to defend the biracial Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, against outright racist attacks being meted out to her in some sections of the British media. Meted? Is that a word? Being meted? Being meted out to her? Is that a word? Meted out. Meted out, meaning meting out, mets out, meted out, metting out, mets out, to give something to people who one decides should get it. Meted. Is that like some Middle Earth, Middle English, medieval, ancient dialect? Meted? Don't anybody say sock it to them anymore? You know what I'm saying? Meted out. That sounds like some of that old Middle Earth English. How about this? How about this? Yeah. Okay, how about this? Okay. Jamaican writer and poet Dr. Velma is calling on members of the Commonwealth Caribbean to defend biracial. Where's the word at now? Where did the word go? Didn't I just? Where did the word go? Against Meghan Markle's race. Oh, okay. Being dealt. How about dealt? Attacks being dealt out to her. Wait. Okay, not dealt. Attacks being dished out. Yes, attacks being dished out. How about dished out? Or attacks being or lobbed. You know, like when you throw something, attacks being lobbed out at her. No, that don't sound right. Meet it. Meet it. Oh, now see, I don't know how helpful this is. Meted out? That sounds weird. Attacks being meted out to her. This is some of that old English. This is that Elizabethan English. I don't like it. I don't like that. to defend the biracial Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, against right racist attacks. Right racist attacks. Right racist attacks being meted out. Meted out. Meted out. Yeah, dealt. Yeah, attacks being dealt. Wow. Wow, this is an ancient tongue if I've ever heard one. Outright racist royal outright racist attacks being meted out. Meted out. That sounds like somebody's like chopping up some hogs or a side of beef. Here, this is your meated portion. Yeah, that sounds like you sharing meat with somebody, right? That sounds like you're sharing some meat, like you cutting up a chicken. Okay, I'm gonna, instead of saying divvy up, I'm meted out. Okay, here's your meted out portion. Yeah, I don't like that word. That word is weird. Anyway, but the point is, I forgot what the point was. But thank goodness that people are speaking out. This is the first time that you just see a blanketed amount of coverage from any country where they're saying, "Listen, leave her alone." You don't even get that in the United States. Nobody has meted her here. I wish somebody would meted out some defenses here. See, that word is not good. That word is kind of weird. Meted out. You sure it's not meted? Meted. Yes, I don't know. Love wins. It is a bit of a quandary. I learned that from 7L Jackson. It would appear that what we have here is a bit of a quandary. And I have no idea what a quandary means. Let me see. What is a quandary? Oh, Lord. I didn't ask you all that, girl. Okay. A quandary, a state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do in a difficult situation. Oh, I used it properly. I used it properly. Yes, that was good grammar. I believe what we have here is a bit of a quandary, or as some people would say, a state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do in a difficult situation. Oh, you know what? I am not making this up. Let me do a screenshot. I'm going to do a screenshot, and you are not going to believe what this thing says. I don't know if my computer is trolling me or what. I don't know if my computer is trolling me, but I'm going to do a screenshot so you can see what the dictionary just said. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. This is what it says. The computer is trolling me. My computer is trolling me. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. You're going to say, nope, Baron, you just set that up. This is all happening organically. I promise you, I have done nothing. This is all happening organically. So let me take that away. And you are going to see what this bit of a quandary has caused. There is a name that was used in the example. I did not set this up. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Check it out. A state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do in a difficult situation. Kate is in a quandary. Wow! Kate is in a quandary. I did not do that. That is a screenshot. I did not make that up. That is what they used as an example. I did not do that. I am not the one who added that Kate is in a quandary. I didn't do that. If Kate is in a quandary, it is not my fault. That is the example. That was given forthwith. Has nothing to do with me. Nope, because I'm getting back on track right now. Thank you for the reminder. See, I have kind of drifted, and that is how those things happen. Uh, so let me get back on track. All right. So, like right here, you can see it says Jamaica Prime, I'm sorry, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle shock appearance at the Bob Marley biopic premiere in Kingston last week was by invitation that was kept a secret, thank goodness. Royal expert Russell Where's My Other Ear Myers said no one expected them to pitch up in Kingston. Pitch up? Pitch up? What kind of okay, I know what pitch means, but pitch up? Don't you mean show up? Who writes this stuff? You know, I have never been to Jamaica before, but I got a feeling I might not understand the language. Pitch up. No one expected them to pitch up in Kingston, but they were actually invited by the film producers. The production team thought that they would be a fantastic addition for the premiere. And then it continues. Myers also admitted that the trip seemed like a callback to William and Kate's embarrassing Caribbean trip, setting tongues wagging. Well, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. I'm a lawyer and let me see. I'm a lawyer and a lawyer wait a lawyer also. And a lawyer also? I am okay. Okay. All right. Why am I getting confused tonight? Pitch up. Pitch up. I'd never heard that used before. I mean, I've heard pitch, but pitch up? That almost sounds like somebody barfing. Let me see, Baron. That is pure English on point. Yeah. Well, you know how we Americans are. We think that English started here. Actually, when I went to the UK, it was quite a few times I wanted to tell people, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I don't speak English. I'm an American. You can say that again. That American English has holes in it big enough to drive a truck through it. Okay. So anyway, I'm so glad that you all pitched up. I don't think I could use that in a sentence. I didn't expect so many people to pitch up. Look, 1,254 people pitched up. Nah, nah. You know what? You know what? This is weird. Pitched up, meet it, met it. You know, it wasn't until I started this channel that I ever heard people say row. I mean, I'm looking at row, like row, row, row your boat, and yet I'm hearing that someone's gotten into quite a row. And you all said no, it's pronounced row. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's that ancient Elizabethan Middle Earth English, and there is no place for it on Royal Sussex. I'm sorry for here. Henceforth, wait, henceforth, henceforth, I am planning to eliminate all of that Middle Earth English before we get into a row, right, Dr. Dredd? We're going to get into a row. Yeah, I don't want to get into a row with anybody. Yes, I would say about what sometimes half of the English words that we use are actually French. You can be a certain of that, right? Right. Like avenue or boulevard or croissant. Yes, there's a lot of, and that's because of the time of William the Conqueror. When William the Conqueror conquered England, that is when all of that French replaced so much of that old Middle English language, right? Yeah. So I think I saw a documentary about that. But yeah, so a lot of what we call English is actually a lot of French. And then there are a lot of old English words that were replaced over time. But English borrows from a lot of languages, but mostly from French. One love, one heart, one song, one dream. First, he changed music, and then he changed the world. I feel duty bound to promote the biopic One Love because, well, if it's important to the Sussexes, it's important to me. So I'm sharing it again. I'll keep doing it until I lose interest, like in about a week. In about a week. But yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie, try to find a theater near you so you can watch it. Otherwise, we are going to get into a row, right? And I don't want to have to meet it out anybody. So just pitch up at the theater before we get into a row about this movie. Word up. Show enough. Yeah, show enough. So, King Charles protected Princess Kate with powerful strategy. So, every so often, GB News, you're going to get somebody on there who is going to kind of drop a truth bomb here and there. You don't hear many of anybody in that circle of reporters. You don't hear many of them say something as obvious as that. We know that it's part of a greater strategy, but yet they won't admit to it. So they have been sharing this photo over and over again of Charles and the mother of the solid gold dancer um, embracing at the 007 movie premiere. That time when they were on the red carpet, even though Gums has insisted that only Meghan is uh, obsessed with the red carpet, even though we know that's not true. Um, and that's just one of those obvious lies that is so easily exposed. But because there are so many people that choose hate over common sense, it doesn't make any difference how much you argue about these things. They're not trying to hear it. It's more important that they try to smear that negativity all over someone else's life. So it doesn't matter what the truth is. That's not the point of it. It's who shouts the loudest, who can come up with the most outrageous dog whistles and racist tropes. That seems to be more important to the derangers. And if you are a deranger, I am talking to you. You're racist and you know it. So you don't even try to hide it. Dog whistles and all of those little cloak and dagger phrases that you use is not going to conceal your vitriol and disdain for people of color. MAGA supporters, and that encompasses the Brexiteers. And if you are not what I just said and you voted for Brexit, then you're just stupid. You're just stupid. You really sold yourself out. You sold out your country for no good reason. And even worse, you put your economy at the back of the queue. How silly. Anyway, let me continue. So, there's Charles and Camilla, all grins, leaving the hospital. You know that weird cape that Camilla wears? She wears those weird capes. They're like waist high, right? And she can put her arms through it. It just seems like you would just put a jacket over you or something like that. But um, what's so odd about it is that is so bespoke. I've never seen anybody else wear a cape that short, at least that wasn't made of fur. But she's the only, I was going to say person, but that's Camilla. She's the only emotional support companion that I have ever seen wear a cape like that. Um, you could tell somebody made it for her. I mean, she's got those big blocky shoulder pads that she borrowed from Edward. And dare I say, is that a zipper? Looks like it's even a zipper there. It's an odd piece of clothing. And I'm trying to figure out if this chick has been home. Didn't she just wear that dress? Didn't she just wear that dress? Anyway, those two people, those otherwise, okay, a person and an emotional support companion, they're back together. They emerge from the hospital. And of course, it appears as though she's continuing to troll. And the reason why I say that, okay, so yesterday we had a very long talk last night about what is up with Kate. Where is Kate? Is Charles coming out the hospital? Right? I'm sorry. Is Charles coming out of hospital? Okay. There. See, I can speak Middle English. Hospital. Not the hospital, but just hospital. Is Charles coming out of hospital? Well, there's our answer. He's out. He's out. He has emerged, smiling and none the worse for wear. Which is odd that they say that he was going to stay longer or that his stay was extended. And some of y'all with some medical background said, well, sometimes there's the possibility of a blood clot or they want to make sure that the urine is clear. Well, obviously, they feel like it's okay. There he is in the flesh. And so, just to make sure you get a nice close up of that reptilian inbred vertebrae, that missing link of humanity, Charles III. This is the culmination of years of cousins marrying cousins, and this superior being, that fine specimen of humanity. And I have to say, this is a transitional period for humanity because this is the first time that not only do you have, well, a humanoid, a man, a Homo sapien, but you also have childbearing hips, catcher mitt hands, um, cherry lip gloss, and ears like satellite dishes all in one person. This is a first. They're going to study. This is a case study of humanity, if I've ever seen one. Met, not meet. It is met. That's what I said. It was met, but somebody said no, it's pronounced meet it. That sounds like something that happens every June in some big cities. That's when they have the that's when they have the Pride Parade. That sounds like something that happens during the Pride Parade. Somebody getting meated. But anyway, that sounds like a puffy P. Diddy party. If you go in the wrong room, somebody might be getting meated. That's what that sounds like. So I thought it sounded weird. But somebody said, no, it's not pronounced meted, it's pronounced meated. And I'm like, meated? That sounds rather violent. Buy me a drink first. Anyway, let me see. I hope, okay. Lady Bird said, I hope Baron uses that word every day, met and meet, interchangeably. No, I think I'm done with it now. I don't want to get the AS. What is it? The ASAP, ASSP, or whatever or PETA. I don't want to get any of those people involved. So probably best to just leave it. We'll leave it for this episode of Royal Sussex. Okay. Uh, Someone on the Twitter decided to post a commemorative. Yeah, I didn't know that this exists, but apparently there's a commemorative collector plate, Royal Prostate Exam. Right? It's even got the date. Wow, if they have the plate, surely they have the tea towels. The ASPCA. Thank you so much. The ASPCA. I think Aretha Franklin sang about that. ASPCCA. Somebody's going to get meated today. Yes, isn't that in the song? ASSPCCA. Somebody's going to get meated today. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. So it measures 7.5 inches. That's a surprise. That's a surprise. 7.5 inches, or 19.1 centimeters in diameter. Are we sure we're talking about Charles, or are we talking about the someone else? Oh well. Anyway, uh, available in 2 installments of just 24.99 pounds. Comes with our famous 365-day guarantee. So you can just add that to the basket, it says. So the new Royal Commemorative plate for the Royal Prostate Exam, or as I like to say, ugh, ugh. Oh man, that poor doctor. Every time he sees him on television, he's gonna get a flashback. And just think, there may have been a whole team of physicians involved with this. Only the best for Charles. Let's see, Pat Williams. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you for being here. Uh, oh, I believe that was the night when those photos from Jamaica popped up. I think that was the night. All of a sudden, those photos from Jamaica had popped up. And so, of course, the excitement that was built around that. I mean, and then I was like downloading little video clips and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. It didn't even seem like it. I remember I looked at the clock and I could see that I had been on for like 3.5 hours. And then next thing I know, no, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes, right? I was just about done. And then that happened. And next thing I know, it was 3.5 hours, and it went on and on and on. So very strange night. A lot of fun though. So this is what I talked about yesterday. We won't see King in month. We won't see King in month. Longer hospital stay after op. Kate could come home today. So this is what I was like kind of concerned about yesterday. I'm just like, what is happening? Right? I mean, this is a newspaper. That is what it says, right? We won't see King in month. So does that mean that he's going to be in the hospital for a month? Because right beneath that it says longer hospital stay after operation, right? So I was thinking, what in the world do they mean? Does that mean that Charles is going to stay home for a month? Or does that mean he's going to stay in the hospital for like, longer, and then, a combination of convalescing at home for like a month? So that was very confusing to me yesterday. And then it says Charles extends hospital stay as he recovers from prostate surgery, sparking concerns for his health. So maybe this was just them trying to get engagement and clickbait stuff going on. Royals had planned for Monarch to stay at the London clinic for 2 nights only. Insider claims the 75-year-old monarch was said to be doing well after the successful surgery. So I just couldn't understand the headline. If, I couldn't imagine that anybody said anything about that. It's just they jumped the gun and decided to print that anyway. I don't believe that that had anything to do with some type of press release or comment or update from the palace. It seems like somebody just made that up. So the king's hospital stay has been extended as he recovers from surgery for an enlarged prostate. An insider has claimed sparking concerns for the monarch's health. Yeah, we know how it is. A source. Oh God, see that's the problem right there. It was a source. A source told the Sun, it is understood that Charles would only stay in. Oh God, here we go. Stay in. After this week, I doubt if I'm going to have to do it. So let me just get it over with. The Charles would only stay in hospital for longer than 2 nights. It's the hospital. That Charles would only stay in the hospital for longer than 2 nights, not hospital. God, this is so weird. I feel like I'm like I'm. I don't want to say that might be what do you call it, insensitive, but oh, I didn't let that one get out. Let me go back for a second here. Did that by mistake. Okay, so Charles was on. Okay, what was I going to add? Oh, so anyway, I have a theory about who. I said to myself, who in the world would leak something like that is totally untrue? And then I thought about it. Hello, hello. Is this the Daily Mail? Senior Royal here. No, you idiot. It's the Senior Royal. No, I'm not drunk. Hello. Hello. Senior Royal here. Yeah, that is who probably leaked it. If there was anybody who had a vested interest in leaking something like that, it was somebody who wanted to make sure that they went and got their best Farrah Fawcett flip hair. Yeah, that's probably what happened. I'm going to blame Camilla. It was Camilla who leaked that information out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere, like the idea that he was going to stay in there longer. I'm telling you, she has been trolling William. She has been doing everything she could over the past few days to draw attention to herself as the devoted, um, registered companion to Charles III, because perhaps maybe she was slipping in the public approval ratings or something like that. So just to shore up her um, standing with the public, right? And taking advantage of the total absence of Kitty, maybe that's why all of a sudden she's been working so much. I mean, you barely ever see Camilla, right? It's like every time she do something, she takes to her bed for like a week. She couldn't even do her podcast. And in spite of all of that, she was in and out of that hospital like she worked there. I'm pretty sure there were several times when people thought she was part of the cleaning crew. Yeah. Okay. So let me continue here. Oh, Pat Williams, did I miss that? No, I didn't. But anyway, if in case I did, thank you so much for the super sticker. All right. Let me take that away. Hello, Senior Royal here. So, some people on social media were so concerned about Kate that they decided to create their own milk cartons. And over by her parents' house, as you can see, they began to put those flyers up on the trees again. Instead of this time, they're not reminding people that her parents owe money to their creditors, but instead to remind them that no one has seen Kate since Christmas Day. So, missing Dutch's first wife. Taxpayers are demanding proof of life or a refund. Well, good luck with the refund because I told you the Middletons are broke. They're so broke they can't afford to pay attention. And then, of course, over here, missing. If seen, do not attempt to photograph. Do not say a word to anyone. Do call your physician as you are most likely hallucinating. Flyers provided by Kensington Palace. Of course they are. Now, so this is what greeted me this morning when I woke up. Okay, this afternoon when I woke up. Princess of Wales has returned home to Windsor to continue her recovery from surgery. She is making good progress. The prince and princess with let me see, the prince and princess oh, not with, it's wish. Yeah, that's a S. Wish to say a huge thank you to the entire team. I don't know why team look like scam, doesn't it? Look at that. Can you see it? I know this is a little blurry and grainy looking, but can you see that? It says the entire well, let's see. A huge thanks to you, the entire scam. I'm telling you, that looks like scam, but I believe it's team. At the London clinic, especially the dedicated nursing staff for the care they have provided. The Wells family continues to be grateful for well wishes they have received from around the world. You mean like all those flowers that are flanking the cops at the door? Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Have you noticed there has been not nan mention of flowers, not nan mention of flowers. You have not seen anybody carry flowers in. You haven't heard them announce that in lieu of flowers, make a donation. And you want to know why? Because there were no flowers. Not one person, not one civilian or subject, if you will, not one subject thought enough to deliver flowers to hospital. Hospital. There's no the, it's just hospital, hospital, hospital. Not one person has sent flowers. Not one, not now one. Where are the flowers? There's no flowers at the door. And with all Lady Bird, that's just shady. And with all of course, I can think of some individual in the family that is never safe to have flowers sitting around. Um, but yeah, you did not see one single person leave any flowers at hospital for Kate. None, which is odd. You would think that there would be this outpouring of emotion for the Princess of Wales, but there hasn't been any. As a matter of fact, it seemed like the backlash has been louder than the outcry of concern for Kate, which is so alarming for the institution because remember, Kate is the royal family secret weapon. Or as Barbara Walters would say, the royal family wicked weapon. Yes, the royal wambling wicked wecket. That's how Barbara Walters would say it. But the royal wambling wicked wecket. That is what That is what Kate is supposed to be. And there is so much concern for her. Not a single flower has been delivered. That is strange, if you ask me, because that's their secret weapon. Surely someone would have thought it necessary to, send some carnations or something. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. Um, and of course, when they were driving away, well, I'll show you what they had in the car when they were driving away. And I'll tell you why it appeared that it looked like it did. And I'm sure that has to do with one of the family members. But yeah, just pointing that out. I was listening to Spaces earlier, and someone mentioned that, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? That's very interesting, and it is rather odd that you would think that one of the most photographed women in all of Britain, surely there would have to be an overflowing of emotions and affection, and somebody would, want to flood the place with flowers, even if it came from a Kensington Palace expense account. But yeah, I mean, you didn't. It would look at this. If you're like married and you're trying to be this modern couple, don't you think that for PR purposes that you would want to, let's say William should have sent flowers for his wife. They were making such a big deal about him being her rock and sitting by her side and, being there for her. Well, I'm just saying that if you really wanted to portray yourself as a modern couple, you would have somehow have found a way, to say to your staff, you know what, send her some flowers and make sure the photographers are there to catch it. They didn't even have enough sense to do that. Gosh, I shouldn't be helping these people, but it's true. They didn't even have enough sense to do that. So much for doing things differently. But when you look at how Camilla had been hanging around the hospital, then of course, I hate to say it, but it's the what you should have been expecting from Willie, you were actually getting from Camilla. And that should never happen. But it's true. What you should have been expecting from Willie, Camilla was the one that actually was showing up at the hospital. They didn't even have a photo of Kate to share for the headline here. But you have a new photo of Camilla and Charles, but this is Kate at Christmas, the last time she was seen publicly. So I think this is the reason why you won't see flowers on these occasions because they're, Camilla just eat them. Camilla just eat them. So you might be wasting your money to try to go and buy, a nice little bouquet of flowers only for Camilla to come in and start snapping them stems off left and right. So I guess, when you look at it like that, then there's a reason for it. So, okay. Okay. Let me continue. And now, right there, Kate get well soon gifts. Kate get well soon gifts. So, that right there, you see those twigs? Do you see those twigs that somebody snatched out of a garden on the way down to the London clinic? See those twigs? Kate's get well soon gifts. So, in absence of having Kate available for photographs, they decide that they're going to take photos of Kate's get well soon gifts. You mean to tell me those twigs are the gifts? All I see is twigs. Princess of Wales returned home after 14-day hospital stay as flowers given to her by well-wishers are taken back to Windsor as she continues recovery. What flowers? What flowers? I see twigs. I see twigs, and that's it. I don't see flowers. I see twigs. And as for her assistant, her personal assistant, I couldn't even tell you what that is. I couldn't even tell you what that is. That looks like I don't know what that looks like. I just see something gray, black, like a coal color. You know, if they hadn't said it was a gift, I would have thought it was just the back seat or an armrest. You mean to tell me that that is a tradition in the UK, is to give someone an armrest? I mean, it's a Range Rover. I would have assumed that it was equipped, but maybe not. But so there you go. Someone has gifted Kate an upholstered armrest for the Range Rover, I guess. Yeah, none of that makes sense to me. But that is what they're trying to say, is that there's like there were gifts abound, and for someone who is so popular, I just don't understand how in the world is it possible that that's all she received during the 2-week stay in hospital. Oh my God, I'm doing it now. I just did that organically. 2-week stay in hospital. Oh my God, it has rubbed off on me. I almost didn't even notice I said it. A 2-week stay in hospital. Oh God. Now you know when I'm not trying to do that, it's going to happen. And somebody is going to correct me and say, don't you mean the hospital? I have been infected with hospital, and now I am going to have this unfortunate complex about it. Oh man, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Let's see. Shelly L says maybe it's William's way of telling Kate in his best old English accent, our time is at an end. Make haste with thine exit, Felicia. Okay. That instead of bye, Felicia, that's how they used to say it in old English. They would put up their little soiled, greasy hand, and they would say, make haste with thine exit, Felicia. Love, make way with thine exit, Felicia. Woo! I love it. I love it. You all are just nice and messy tonight. Let me see. Yellow Rose T says she had her face down. That's why it's a secret. Really? Okay. She had her face. I mean, not down. I'm sorry, done. She had her face done, and that's why it's a secret. You know, I I think that would be. I don't think that they could pull that off. It would be so obvious, right? It would be so obvious. So time will tell. Time will tell. But I think that would just be too obvious. I don't think that they would want to draw that type of attention. Now, surely she is going to come back looking at fuller. Hopefully, and if I don't want to say what she needs to do, but people have been concerned. So if they believe that she needs to bulk up a bit and that's what she wants to do, I'm being very respectful saying this, then maybe that will make a difference. I can't help but think that just, you know, doing that would make a difference. And maybe the weight and the pressure of driving the only person of color out of the royal family, benefiting from the weaponized tears of an English rose, maybe all of that plotting and scheming had gotten the better of her, you know? So maybe taking some time away from that, even if it's only 2 weeks or a month or whatever it is, maybe they'll come back a better person, you know? Maybe they'll come back a better person. I'm not holding my breath, but maybe they'll come back a better person. I mean, I'm not going to not say that. I mean, uh, both of those people have been horrible, horrible. Both Will and Kate have been horrible to the Sussexes. William, his own brother, he would take the side of a subordinate, an employee, over his own brother. And Kate, with all that nonsense with the wedding and everything else, the mean girl that she is, whatever happened or has happened or may happen, I will never ever forgive the two of them for how horrible they have been. Absolutely horrible. So if that's all she received during her hospital stay, then I'm pretty sure that a bundle of twigs and a mystery upholstered object, that's probably about all she deserved. But it is quite telling. It is quite telling that there's not some massive amount of flowers being donated to other patients, not even a mention of it. Now, don't be surprised if tomorrow they say, well, all of the excess flowers were donated to, you know what? Because there are no flowers, let me tell you how they're going to word it. Kensington Palace asks or requested the hospital donate all the excess flowers to other patients or some care home nearby, right? You know, the flowers that don't exist, right? So instead of saying, you know, the flowers, they'll say any flowers. That's probably what they'll do. But the truth is, there are no flowers. There are no flowers. And what few that there have been, well, we know what happened to those. Camilla ate them. Camilla ate them. She has been doing this for years, you guys. She has been doing this for years. They have been concealing her appetite. They have been concealing her appetite for foliage and shrubs and flowers. Dandelions are her favorite, but that's a summer snack. But they have been concealing her appetite, a massive appetite for flowers. So, oh, by the way, Yellow Rose Tea, thank you so much for the super chat and for being a member. But yeah, they have been covering for her for years. But now the truth can be told, and no greater evidence of this habit of hers than those twigs that are bound together are bound together with some medical tape. Though that little bundle of twigs, no greater evidence do we have. So flowers are just not safe around her. Okay. Yeah, here. It'll come out in the end. Absolutely right. Thank you, Lorna Williams. So again, there's another angle. You can see that there's a bunch of twigs in the front seat of the vehicle behind them. You can see her assistant, and this is supposed to be, let me see, Kate's personal assistant, Natasha Archer, is pictured leaving the London clinic this morning. And you know what I heard? I heard that this Natasha person may be the wife of or dating a photographer, one of the royal photographers. I don't know if that's true, but I think that's who they said was but she's associated with someone else that we're familiar with. Yeah, she's associated with someone else we're familiar with. So, Yeah. Anyway, that's the assistant. Now, Kate has gone through about 5 assistants in 2 years. There's no reason to believe that this poor person is going to stay around much longer. She doesn't keep help that long. The tabloids won't mention it. Oh, she's the wife of photographer Chris Jackson. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you very much. The wife of the photographer Chris Jackson. Jackson. Interesting. But you know what? See what I mean? This is how things are done. This is how they keep the loyalty. This is why there's no objectivity. This is why everything is so cloak and dagger, is that they keep it all confined within a small group of people. They keep these things confined within a small group of people. That's a good question, Susie Mom. How come Willie couldn't even pick her up? You know what? Some people are saying that she wasn't there in the first place. I mean, let's just talk about it. There's some people that are saying that she was not there in the first place. And if that is to be believed, maybe that's why he made that one trip to hospital. One trip to hospital. Maybe that's why he only made one trip to hospital, because there was no one there to see. And maybe that is why there was no visit from the Middletons, because there was no one at the hospital to see. How do you like that one? Maybe there was no one to see at hospital. Yeah, there was no one there to pick up. Whatever did or did not happen, whatever may or may not have happened, may have happened when that motorcade went rushing to the hospital on the 28th. Allegedly, possibly, kindly, figuratively. Yeah, maybe there was no one there to pick up. You know, I still stand firm when I say I don't suspect that the hospital staff, and I think highly of medical professionals, they are pillars of our community. I don't want to believe that any hospital staff would sit idly by while there is a hoax perpetuated on the greater public. However, there has been no evidence whatsoever that that she was ever there, or that she was there during that time period. It's almost as though they have staged some event. Again, there's no evidence that they have created something out of thin air. But then again, where is Kate? Where is Kate? And I don't feel bad asking the questions, because for several years there has been people that seem to have connections to tabloid reporters, and in some cases they seem to rely upon guidance from the houses of Windsor, and those people don't even believe that the Sussex children exist. So if people are demanding constantly to see the Sussex children, that conspiracy that seems to have gotten so far out of hand, I am asking, where is Kate? Where is Kate? How come we don't see Kate? There's no Kate. There's no flowers. There's no William. William made one trip to the hospital. Now, they claim that William had gone on other occasions, but they told the reporters not to sit around. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They could have even had a pool reporter. Instead of having all of these cameras, they could have had one common person to get whatever happens, um, on hard drive, on memory, whatever. I want to say on film, but we don't use film anymore. But someone to get the images of whatever is happening at any hour of the day. They could have just had a, two or three people there instead of a crowd of reporters. Didn't have to be all of them. Same thing they do at Westminster Abbey. They don't have every reporter there. They have a pool reporter. They could have had a pool reporter to cover the hospital. You didn't have to have a whole group of them. I don't believe that they told them to stay away. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. There is something inconsistent about all of this. We talked about it yesterday, and I still say today that there was something that's not right about this. It seems as though, um, like it was something orchestrated. It seems like something orchestrated. Don't know why, to what ends. The only person that seems to have benefited from the whole thing is Camilla. Camilla seems to be the only person that comes out of here eating smelling like a rose. Camilla seems to be the only one that comes out of this better off than when it started. Not Kate, because the outpouring of emotions that they were expecting is all but non existent. Not William, because William showed up one time and has never been back. And Charles, well, if I never think about some old man's prostate again, it'll be too soon. So, I just don't want to imagine Charles. They don't use those they don't use them stirrups, do they? I've been trying to wrap my brain around this for a while. I don't know what they do for the procedure. I mean, do you know, exactly what is the protocol? How are you, tended to when it's time to take care of business? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. I mean, on the day of the operation, do you walk in and you see them stirrups or well, I tell you what though, long as they don't pull those ducks out, I think we're okay. If I see them ducks, I'm gonna get up and run. Let's see. Shelly L says at this point, Baron, the reporters have made in hospital a drinking game. They're writing it on purpose and then they watch you repeat it. You in hospital, them and they have another drink. Of course they do. But thank you, Shelly. I didn't think about that. The in hospital drinking game. I play that one. Matter of fact, it sounds like I'm doing it right now, I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm just asking for a friend. Oh, and thank you so much for the super chat. Exactly what is the procedure? Uh Rosalind Gatewood says, and this closer to okay. Uh-huh. So there's no ducks involved. There's no ducks, no stirrups, huh? I'm just asking for a friend. No ducks, no stirrups. Because if it is, that explains why so many people wait so long to get it done. But oh man. Okay. So there's no industrial size kitchen tongs involved, right? Just asking for a friend. Okay. I'm just asking because I'm just oh man. Let's just hope they knocked him out, right? Let's just hope he was sedated when this happened, because I tell you, I couldn't imagine being on the medical staff or, the team of physicians there, and they have to go in and this face is looking at you the whole time. I hope they did put up one of those blinds so that they didn't have to look at them. You know what I'm saying? That would be jarring to have to. That would be jarring. I mean, you go to work, you look at the board, you see that there's a procedure scheduled, and you just look over it. You know what I'm saying? What do you do at that point? Do you say, "Hey, I know you. You're His Majesty the King." Oh man. Okay. Anyway. Oh God. Can you please get this over? Oh God, Camilla, they haven't even begun. Oh boy. Anyway, okay, I got that out of my system. Oh, so this is the other weird thing. Prince William wants to spend time by his wife's side as she convalesces. They are seen at Bisham Abbey on Mental Health Day in October. Now, there's a couple of things going on here. Is the Daily Mail trolling Will and Kate? Finally home, Kate is reunited with her three children for the first time in 2 weeks after leaving hospital, and King Charles is delighted to be discharged too. I hope there was no discharge. But anyway, let's hope that didn't happen. A discharge from the hospital. I know. So Prince William wants to spend time by his wife's side. Why? Why? And I know you guys have accused me of selecting the most inauspicious photos I can find. Well, these photos were absolutely, I'm sorry, this photo was actually supplied by the Daily Mail. This is the photo that the Daily Mail chose to oh man. Well, Helene, let's hope it wasn't one of his own, because if it was one of his own, they would have to use staples, sutures. Uh, you all, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. That is the sovereign that we're making light of. And what has happened with his channel is none of our business. His channel is secure, and the realm has been protected for years to come. Years, I tell you, years to come. Oh, well, I did say ducks. Did I say ducks? Yeah, the ducks. That's what I was talking about. The ducks, the stirrups, and the ducks. Got to get all your ducks in a row. Maybe this topic is making me nervous, and maybe that's why I can't concentrate, because this topic is making me nervous. I mean, what if that's me one of these days? Oh God, Camilla, Camilla, this is painful. I Oh, okay. Stop it, you all. I got work to do. I got work to do. So, anyway, why would the Daily Mail go and I mean, they have tens of thousands of photos that they can reference at any given time. Why would you go and find a photo of William looking pissed? I mean, absolutely pissed. Why would you find this photo and post this in the article? A blurry image of Kate looking, you know, pretty bad. And William with those eyes of a maniac. I don't understand it. Why, out of all the photos that you have, why this one? I mean, surely I myself have several photos of the Cambridges with tender exchanges, making lovely eye contact with each other, like this one. No. Or how about nope? Um, what about nope? Well, anyway, I guess they did the best they could. I guess they did the best they could. Never mind. I guess this was the best they could do. I just thought for sure I had a nice photo of them together where they, kind of glanced at each other with that tender exchange, that lovers language, the language that only lovers speak. But I guess I had the wrong couple, huh? Yeah, I had the wrong couple. I wasn't thinking. Yeah. I mean, just, two people in love, delighted to be with each other, there to reassure and support each other. Yeah, I had the wrong couple. Oh well. Well, now that she's okay, Shelly L, now that we know she's okay, now we can have fun again. But before I was trying to be thoughtful and respectful. But now that we know better, and of course, as Dr. Maya Angelou says, when you know better, you do better. And when you do better, it's because you know better. Now I know better, so I can do better. So yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of like trolling to use this image the day Kate is out of hospital. That is never not weird. But the day that Kate is out of hospital, they use this photo to um, to celebrate her release. I mean, her exchange or discharge. That's it, her discharge. They use this to celebrate her discharge. I just don't understand how that happened. There's got to be dozens of photos where the Cambridges are happy and in love and so, blessed to be in each other's presence. And this is the one they choose. William with that smirk on his face and Kate with that very vacant look. I don't get it. They should have found a nicer photo. And if I was Kensington Palace, I would complain. I would complain. And then of course, someone at the Daily Mail is going to say that this is the photo that was suggested to them. But who I ask you, would suggest a photo like this for the day that Kate gets out of the hospital? Hello, hello, Senior Royal here. Yes, I have just the photo. Yes, I insist that you use this photo. Hello, Senior Royal here. Okay, so maybe I figured it out. Yeah, all I had to do was just think about it for a minute. I think we have a winner. Now we know who suggested that photo. It was obviously a Senior Royal. Hello. Senior Royal here. Now, the very curious case of Dickie Arbiter. The king has left the London clinic. Wow, he threw a "the" in there. The king has left the London clinic with Queen Camilla following treatment for an enlarged prostate. He will continue working through his red boxes, affairs of state, and will spend time at home recuperating, right? So there's the press release from Clarence House. And then over here on the right, there's one for Catherine. Good news! Princess of Wales has been discharged from hospital. Oh, there we go. I knew he was going to do it. From hospital following abdominal surgery or something thereof, and is now at home. Now at her home in Windsor, where she will recuperate. The Prince of Wales will take up engagements again once he is satisfied Kate is comfortable. So, Dickie Arbiter, Elizabeth II's former press secretary, has deleted his tweet about Kate, but kept the one about Charles. Something fishy is going on. So, this is the new tweet. Princess of Wales has been discharged from London clinic following abdominal surgery last week. She is now recuperating at home in Windsor, and once the Prince of Wales is satisfied with her care and recovery, he will return to public duties. Why the change? Why the change? And why not lead with good news? What happened to the good news? I mean, the fact that good news is gone makes me think that maybe he's the one that suggested this photo, or someone at Kensington Palace who is not as happy as they should be. I don't know. But something happened. I don't know what it is. You originally said her home, plus Will is going back to work. God, you people are liars. We clipped your deleted post. Now, you guys, as cool as this may seem that we managed to get this one, for whatever reason, Omid Scobie also deleted his post. And I hear that maybe a couple of other people deleted their post. Well, not people, royal reporters. I never like to confuse them with people. Why would they delete the post? It seems as though a call went out and everybody started deleting. It is very, very strange. And then there's this. Prince Philip admitted to, Lord, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Prince Philip admitted to hospital for exploratory abdominal surgery. The Duke of Edinburgh expected to stay for 2 weeks in London clinic where he will undergo an abdominal operation. It's as though they merely changed the names, isn't it? Princess of Wales is in London hospital for abdominal surgery. Future queen will stay in hospital, good God, for 10 to 14 days after successful procedure and return to duties after Easter. It begs the question, what does a 96-year-old man, or what was he, 92, whatever age it was, what does this old man have in common with Kate Middleton? Abdominal surgery, London hospital or London clinic. Otherwise, it just seems so eerily familiar. Prince Philip had abdominal surgery in 2013. He was also expected to stay for 2 weeks, canceled his duties for 2 months, Then the press reported thousands of cards from well wishers and picture members of his family coming in and out of hospital. He was 92, like a script. Like a script. I tell you what's different though. I will tell you what's different. The difference is cards from well wishers. There were no cards for Kate. There were no flowers for Kate. There were no people standing outside holding a vigil for Kate. There was nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. The newly minted Princess of Wales seems to have garnered very little sympathy from the public. And I'm pretty sure that somebody somewhere is scratching their head and saying, what happened? Because if this was some type of PR exercise, and there's no reason to believe that this was not actually what they reported it to be, but if by any circumstance, even if it is true that they were hoping to use this occasion as a PR exercise, it didn't work. It has been a complete failure. Or should I say, we know where the public stands. There's very little sympathy for that family. There's very little support for that family. And people have said for a long time that the people in the UK, they don't think about the royals like that. People go about their business, heating their homes, going to work, buying food. They're handling their business. They ain't got time to think about the royal family. They don't stop and think about the royal family. I could believe it now. If I never believed it before, now I believe it. So all of that with Kate in hospital. I'll drink to that. Thank you, Shelly L. There's going to be some people out there unable to stand. They're going to be sideways by the time I'm through. Yeah. TB says we are going to be triggered every time we see hospital. I know I am. I know I am. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm in one of those Charlie Chan shorts. Next thing you know, I'm going to be looking for number one son. Thank you so much for the super chat. God, I hope that wasn't racially insensitive. But I used to watch those. That was actually very good. I would watch those on Sunday. So take a look here. There's Philip leaving that place. And then that was the last time that Philip left that place. And then, of course, fast forward to today, there's Charles and Camilla, not Philip, that's Camilla, leaving that place. And then take a look at Kate leaving that place. Well, Kate is leaving that place. And again, that's where the things diverge, is that when Kate left, it was all cloak and dagger. But when Philip left, he walked out the door. When he left the last time, they didn't use blackened windows or anything like that. He sat back there just as proud and free and made his last trip from that place. Yes. This sounds like a ritual. How did Philip leave the hospital before they pronounced? Yeah. Oh, how long, right? Oh, that is something. But he was old. I mean, he was 99. So nothing nefarious going on. He was 99 years old. Let's see. Joanna Hong says it's the Wales PR stunt. Here. Thank you so much for the super chat. It does seem like there's an air of PR stunt there. Now, again, let us be clear. I am not doubting that there was a medical procedure. I am rather confused as to the timing of it because none of these other things that I've just pointed out make sense. It seems to be inconsistent with some parts, like, seeing that motorcade, that mystery motorcade. It's almost as though if we had not seen that mystery motorcade, right? If someone hadn't reported that, or maybe they didn't hear about it until after this orchestrated, official, possibly have happened event took place, maybe they were caught off guard. Maybe they didn't know anything about that mystery motorcade. And since they have found out about the mystery motorcade sighting, maybe the cover up is worse than the hospital. Didn't see that coming, did you? Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Yeah, but something is just not jiving. Why do I feel weird about this? Modern dad Prince William is very confident looking after George, Charlotte, and Louis. Prince William won't be fazed by having to solo parent his three children whilst Kate remains in, oh God, I didn't see that coming, hospital. And yet they are forcing this narrative about William being okay to be single. Listen, I am trying to be as respectful and considerate as possible, whilst at the same time I point out some inconsistencies, right? So, to make a big deal out of William being a single parent, right? Now they're saying solo, but solo means single, right? Why are you pointing out William's ability as a single parent while his wife is in that place? Why? Why would you do that? It's just like this photo. The day she gets out of the hospital and you want to celebrate the great news, you celebrate it by using a photo of William looking like some crazy maniac. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. This is how you celebrate the homecoming? Oh, God, did I say that? This is how you celebrate her leaving? No, did I say that? This is how you celebrate the discharge? Okay, that's better. This is how you celebrate her discharge? I don't know if I like that either. Wait, this is how you talk about it? Why does everything sound weird today? Oh, well. This is how you talk about it? That doesn't make sense. The Daily Mail is supposed to be on your side. Why would you use that photo? Why celebrate William being a single dad? All in the same week while Kate is in hospital. Lydia Washington, 30 months membership. Outstanding. Baron, our dear Cintas Thorpe has been ill on and off and has not been in the chat, but listens. She has surgery upcoming and requests prayers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is it Cintas Thorpe? Yes, absolutely. We are going to definitely pray for you. And we pray that all goes well, that you heal as soon as possible, that you're comfortable, you're not in any pain. Yes, absolutely. Our prayers go out to you. And I hope all this talk about hospital is not triggering. It's not meant to be. But absolutely, let's see. Love Win says prayers sent for Cynthia Thorpe. What else do we have here? Patty Askew says, praying for speedy recovery for Cynthia Thorpe. Oh, it is Cynthia. Oh, okay, thank you. And Susie Mom, thank you very much. Who else here? Stevie Rose, thank you. Oh, you guys are outstanding. Thank you very much. Uplifting prayers for Cynthia Thorpe. Here, here. Okay. And of course, the American magazine star, Kate's secret surgery is worse than anyone knows. Well, that is an American tabloid because it's the US doesn't mean that we don't have tabloids. It just means that we know how to keep our tabloid news in perspective. We keep them in a proper place. We compartmentalize real news and tabloid news. They don't mix the two here. So, okay. So again, we won't see King in month. Don't know what that means. The King is home. Kate is out of that place. Everybody's on the mend, I hope, and hopefully for the children's sake, first and foremost, the children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, have their mom back, I hope, and none the worse for wear. And may she have a speedy recovery, and may she please come out of this a much nicer person than she was when she went into it, whatever happened. So I'm going to hope for that too for her. And then, of course, I had been saving this because we didn't know better. But now that we know better, we can do better. But one of the squatties shared this. Um, I'm pretty sure that this aristocrat that has been photographed has nothing to do with any of the conversation that we shared today. But if there is any possibility, that's just bad, ain't it? But yeah, one of the squatties shared that, and I'm just like, you know, with their back turned, I can't tell you who that is, but not in the least familiar. I don't know who that is, but whoever that person is, I pray that they're safe and sound and healing or whatever. But leave it to the Sussex squad, right? Leave it to the Sussex squad. And listen, these are only some of the things that I can share. Just imagine some of the stuff I looked at and I'm like, oh, no, I can't do that. Mm-mm. Nope. That's even tacky for me. That is even tacky for me. Oh, thank you, Helene Groin says. Much love and light to you, Cynthia. I will light a candle for a speedy recovery tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much for that. That is very kind. Baron, that word met it out is in the King James Bible, which means it was in use in the 1600s. I knew that, didn't I tell you that that was some of that medieval English? And metes and bounds is used today in legal definition of property measurement. Meter is derived from it. Okay, metered out. That makes sense, but that other thing, that is weird to me. Who uses a word like that? You got to throw that R in there, otherwise it just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I mean, there's a water meter, gas meter, electric meter. Why not use meter instead of meets, meetses, meet it, meet it, met it? Ugh, weird word. Okay. Now, at first, I thought this was the Bee Gees. I thought it was the Bee Gees, but it's not. It is the Yorks. It is the Yorks. The resilient Duchess recovering at home with her daughters and grandchildren. My girls support me through thick and thin, Sarah says, thick and thin. And a second diagnosis is a lot for anyone to deal with, but she won't let it stop her. Okay, well, good for her. Fergie, Fergie is very spunky and spontaneous, and from what I hear, a joy to be around. And most importantly, her family needs her too. So, you guys, make sure you send your prayers and well wishes out for Fergie. Um, yeah, Fergie is a very interesting character in the family, and I hope that she's getting the best care possible. So, cheers to Fergie. King Charles hires seven. I'm sorry, a 75,000 pound a year expert to prevent cyber attacks on royal family. King Charles is seeking a tech expert with a salary of 75,000 pounds a year who will protect computer system at Buckingham Palace to prevent cyber attacks on the royal family. Well, now who would cyber attack the royal family? I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. The successful applicant will head up a team to ensure cybersecurity for the royal family, and they will work closely with agents at Government National Cybersecurity Center. Job hopefuls will also need to be encouraged. All the 800 plus staff at the royal residence to be aware of the threat. They will need to be 800. You mean to tell me they got 800 people? 800 people? Let me see. They will need to be calm under pressure, good at identifying risk, and provide good, cheap options to solve them. In other words, make sure that you are not black because they don't hire black people. If you're black or a person of color, I wouldn't even bother because they ain't gonna hire you. Successful applicant will head up team to ensure cybersecurity for the royal. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize I had the same thing over here. The expert will work 37 and a half hours per week along with 25-day holiday a year and perks like a 15% employee contribution pension. The chosen candidate will also get free admission to all royal palaces, whoopee, and 20% off in royal collection trust shops, whoopee. Um, the job advert reads, it's developing your skills whilst pushing your systems forward and is being a part of the professional business behind the monarchy. This is what makes working for the royal household exceptional. Again, I don't know if they hire people of color, but who knows? You may be the one to break the barrier. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who takes that position. But as you know, they don't have the best record when it comes to hiring people of color. Shelly L says, we know why Camilla was smiling when she left the hospital. Thank you. She laughed at Biden's gas, so why wouldn't she laugh at Charles' fart finger, doctor? You absolutely right. She probably that's probably her kink is the idea that someone has gas. Oh, hello, hello, Royal. Yes, hello, Senior Royal here. Yes, he has the vapors. I tell you, he has the vapors. Thank you, Shelly L. Hello, Senior Royal here. I said Senior Royal. He has the vapors in his nether regions. Yes, I know, I know. He has the vapors in his nether regions. He farted. What is wrong with me today? Is there any explanation? What is wrong with me today? I have to be more professional. Okay, thank you, Shelly L. Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer. Suits beats Office streaming record in 2023. Nielsen reveals original streaming shows shut out yearly top 10. Suits has defeated them all. Suits break Office record to become 2023's most streamed TV show. The series also beat out Friends, Grey's Anatomy, and The Big Bang Theory to claim its title. So, yes, Suits has beat everyone. They are undefeated. They are the biggest thing streaming on telly. Go Suits. Suits beats The Office streaming record in 2023. Nielsen reveals original streaming shows shut out of yearly top 10. There you go. 2023 top 10 overall streaming programs. Suits on Netflix and Peacock. 141 episodes, 57.7 billion minutes. Compared to the other things that you see listed there, that is outstanding. And I guess it doesn't matter because take a look. Heartland is on Hulu, Netflix, and Peacock. NCIS is on Netflix and Paramount. So they don't hold it against you that you're streaming on more than one service. As well, they shouldn't. I don't think it should make a difference because nobody knows how many people have multiple streaming services. I know I do. And ask me which ones I watch. None of them. It's so rare that I actually watch something, but my excuse me, my family watches, so that's all that matters as long as my family's happy. And then right here, 2023 top 10 acquired streaming programs. Suits. Wait, is that the same thing? Oh Lord. Let me see. Acquired. Oh, overall streaming programs. All right, so for acquired, same thing. Suits number 1. And the other ones are not. That's all you need to know. Suits is number 1, and the others are not. Vogue magazine, the best dressed stars of the week, delivered ethereal looks from the red carpet to couture week in Paris. See them all and vote for your favorite look. Well, there was a bunch of other people. I didn't care about any of them. I just posted the pictures of Harry and Meghan, and that's all I wanted to see. Is the Sussexes were, of course, the ones that they used for the tweet, right? Of course they were, because they wanted people to look at the article. They went with the most popular royal couple in the world. As a matter of fact, I would say the most popular couple in the world, Harry and Meghan, and they used them to help push the magazine article. And then Invictus Games 2025. Oh, look, we're going to get out of here in about 2 hours, you guys. Invictus Games 2025 unveils indigenous design. The visual identity of the 2025 games was a collaboration between the Squamish, Tlis, Watooth, Musqueam, and Lilwat Nation. So there are the 4 images that combine make up the symbol or the logo for the 2025 first time ever Winter Invictus Games. So it's a hybrid game, they say. We wanted to represent our territory where we come from, said master carver and canoe maker Natraro. The final designs are rooted in cultural traditions of the Pacific Northwest Salish people. They reflect the spiritual and cultural significance of the Salish art symbols and showcase the varying perspectives brought forth by each artist. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So you'll be seeing more of that. And I love this right here. Did you know that Invictus has 5 episode series on Netflix you can stream right now? It has an approval rating of 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, meaning that the Army ARCP, they are actually pushing this for the soldiers and veterans. So I thought that was really cool that you can see just at a glance how important the Invictus Games are to the military community, which of course is good for the Sussexes. Happy birthday, Oprah Winfrey. Today is Oprah's 70th birthday, and I tell you, everybody who turns 70 should look this good. Everyone on their 70th birthday should look this good. Oprah Winfrey celebrates 70th birthday with a run on the beach. Health is the best gift. Oprah ran on the beach. Didn't she have knee replacements? Wow. Wow. Now that is impressive. That is so impressive. Oprah says, thank you all. The birthday love. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you all for the birthday love. The media mogul wrote alongside a video of her running on the beach. Now, y'all know as soon as they turned that camera off, Oprah went and laid down. I don't care what they say. After Oprah filmed this, Oprah went to go lay down. Oprah in the bed right now. There are people at her house right now waiting for Oprah to be carried down the steps. She ain't fooling nobody. She ain't fooling nobody. There's somebody right now waiting for Oprah to be carried down the steps like the Queen of Sheba so she can celebrate her 70th birthday, which she is probably going to do on a gurney because Oprah ran on the beach today. I'm sorry. Oprah is laying down right now. Barbara Lane, thank you for becoming a new member of Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. So, there you go. Oprah celebrating 70. I'm sure she could run. That is something that a lot of us people of color has kind of baked into the cake. The ability to run. Like, let's say you haven't paid rent in about 3 months, and somebody say, hey, we just saw the sheriff riding around. That's how you learn how to run. Okay, listen, let me stop because I got work to do. I'm trying to be more professional here. And then there's this ethereal photo of Meghan. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know where this came from, but somebody shared it today, and I thought it was absolutely lovely. Isn't that beautiful? It almost seems like you could just reach right into the photo and tap her on the shoulder and say, what does meets mean? Meetas? Hey, lady, what does meetas mean? Or you can just say, isn't this a beautiful picture? Yeah, but I love that. That is very nice. And let me see. And you know what? Guess what happened? I am done. That's it for today. Can you believe it? I am done. I am done. 2 hours, 1 minute. Thank heavens. 2 hours and 1 minute. Not 3 hours, not 3.5, not 5, but 2 hours and 1 minute. And there are some 1,600 people here. Do make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a very, very safe space. And thank you all for your very thoughtful and generous contributions. 21 months, Brown Girl. Judy Matassit, thank you so much for the super chats. And Pat Williams, super sticker. Shelly L, super chat. Yellow Rose T, thank you. Super chat. And of course, Shelly L for reminding us about someone is enjoying the drinking game right now. And thank you again, TB. Thank you for the super chat. Elaine Parker, Joanna Hong. And also, again, our prayers out to Cynthia Thorpe, who has been ill on and off and has not been in the chat, but listens. She is recovering. I'm sorry, she has a surgery upcoming and requests prayers, which of course we will be glad to do. And some of you have already done so. Thank you again for that. And keep sending all the prayers and positive energy. And let's pray for a quick recovery, no pain, lots of comfort, and everything else that you could possibly want at a time like that. And of course, having friends and family around to keep you company. That is also part of healing. So, all the best to you. Let's see, Shelly L. Connie Balmer, the super sticker. And thank you, Barbara Lane, for becoming a new member. Connie Balmer, did I miss that? I think I did. All right. All right. So, okay. Thank you very much, everyone. And I will see you all tomorrow. And of course, we always close with our queens and our word of the day. Okay. 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 I have it. All right. No, not that one. Okay. Okay. All right. It says a Protestant prayer. Heavenly Father, grant me joyful acceptance of the surgery which awaits me, and let this be the relief and the cure which I seek. Make skill the work of the surgeons and that of his or her team, for it is unto their knowledge and skill that I give myself for healing. I pray to you, O Lord, that this procedure will be without complication and that my recovery will be speedy and complete. Amen. Here we go. So, okay, all the best again, Cynthia, and lots of healing, lots of love. Okay. And what else do we have here? Let me take a look at the chat before I go. Oh, Lisette Zog, thank you so much, cuz you're super duper, Baron. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex and being a member of Royal Sussex. That is a lovely prayer. I think I'm going to post that on the community tab. Oh, Compton Cali girl, I had a lot of fun tonight. I did. Now, see, you did that on purpose. But if Kate is not at hospital, where is she? It's at The hospital, the hospital, the hospital. I don't know. I don't know. Um, you know, okay, one last time. I don't suspect those medical professionals would be a party to anything that is not proper and upstanding, right? Everything looks very strange. There's the inconsistencies, and there's also the weird thing about not wanting to disclose exactly what procedure you had, being a public servant who's living off of the subject's taxpayers' money. But yeah, I believe in the work that the medical professionals do. I believe in their oath for healing and truth and such. So I can't I don't want to believe that they are playing any part in some type of elaborate PR stunt. I just don't want to believe that. But it is weird the way all of this is unfolded. It is not anybody's fault that's here right now. This is something that happened with Kensington Palace. You have two houses that seem to be competing: Kensington Palace and Clarence House. Clarence House is all for full disclosure, and Kensington Palace, they leave more questions than answers. That is not our fault. And we do have a right to ask those questions, because I promise you, if it was the Sussexes, we wouldn't stop hearing about it. So I don't feel weird that I pointed out a few things that I'm having trouble with. There's a few things that does not seem consistent. Yeah, no doctor came out to say anything. And of course, with the Royals, you wouldn't expect that, because that is definitely a never happened before thing. But, here in the US, we're kind of used to the doctors having a press conference and sharing details in a very professional way without divulging anything that is necessarily private to the patient, right? There's a way that you can word these things. But the way that Kensington Palace has approached this, I say, has been a big mistake, because it leaves the door wide open. And if they were hoping that this is going to help with I guess, with sympathy, or this is going to help solidify the base or something like that, I would say, given the lack of flowers, the lack of visuals, the lack of anything, you just have not heard a public outcry. And that's because of the way they approach this. They have been very, very sloppy. You have people praising Charles and puzzled about Kate. Shouldn't be that way. Kate is supposed to be so young and vibrant and healthy, and we're supposed to be in shock and awe of the fact that she's recovering right now. But it just seems very strange. So, not our fault. They are the ones that orchestrated this, and we do have a right to pose questions for things that we find troubling, puzzling. It's observed that they need this many offices. Exactly. They got 8 people working for that family. 60 of them worked for the Cambridges. 62 of them worked for the Cambridges. That's a lot of people. And there may even be subcontractors and other people that we don't know about. But if you mean to tell me 800 people and some, 22 properties needs 356 million pounds a year for maintenance, and they don't really produce anything, I don't know that they make much of a profit. If they were making a profit, they wouldn't need 356 million pounds a year. So hopefully they will learn from this. Hopefully they will learn from this. Otherwise, risk becoming obsolete. I said what I said. And with that, you guys, love you all. I will see you all tomorrow. And let's end with a big fat Ginger Avenger video. All right, cue the Ginger Avenger. How much is that consort in the window? The one with the scraggly tail. How much is that consort in the window? I better not rhyme that. I mean, what if I find out she's in the hospital? I better not rhyme with that one. I'll just say hell. Okay. Oh, man. Hello. Hello. I promise you he fought it. Yes, he nearly blew the physician out of the surgery. Yes, he fought it. Hello. I. Senior Royal here. He fought it. He nearly decapitated the surgeon. Hello. Oh, man. Okay, okay. That was just. Why am I so silly tonight? I am just in the silliest of moods. You would think that I would be more concerned about the king and the future queen consort, but instead I'm in a celebratory mood as though something is. Well, I tell you what, if there's anything to celebrate about, I don't have to say that weird hospital thing anymore. I think after today we're done with hospital. Now we can go back to the hospital, like they would say in most Western industrialized English speaking nations. Oh man, you don't know how tough this has been for me. I have gotten a complex about it now. Now every time I see that word, I just seize up. All of my muscles lock up. I start having a fit or something like that. So glad this is behind me. Oh, it's a cricket term. Oh, ooh, do tell. I had no idea. So, of course, if I was playing cricket, I would pitch up, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Very helpful. At least now when I see it again, I'll know where it comes from. Uh, yeah, Marsha, we're done. We're done. Done, done, done. We are done. So I'm going to leave Madam Duchess as the last image for us to think about as we go our separate ways. But that's all right. We'll be back tomorrow, right? All right. Love you guys. Good night. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, did I do the Ginger Avenger? But yeah, I know I did. Okay. Good night.